that you don't have to actually swipe your card in order for you to acknowledge the transaction. Let's go quickly over transaction types. So, who can tell me what authorization is?
To see if there is money in the account. If the money is, there is enough money in the account in order to pay this
Great. Is that online or offline?
online.
Great. Is that synchronous or not? Very good. Capture. What is capture?
Preserving the money within the credit frame.
Another name for capture?
Payment.
Commit.
Very good. Is that online or offline?
Sometimes offline?
Always offline.
Always. All right.
Okay? So sell is the combination of the two calls together. Okay? Can anyone tell me what's the difference between a refund or a chargeback?
Refund is done by merchant for his side, and chargeback and do is for bank for asking for customer.
Maybe chargeback is in case of fraud. Some
Refund is before the money was transferred.
No. Refund is when you want to bring back the product that you bought and you want to get a refund. And the chargeback is when you think that you are not the one that used the credit card. For example.
Basically, a refund is the merchant refunds the money, but the chargeback is done from the client side. It's like the client decides to charge back the money.
Excellent. Very good. So refund is, as you mentioned, is the case where the merchant wants to give the money back to the customer.
Willing. No.
Willingly.
Not wanting.
Yeah, willingly. So it could be a partial refund, it could be a full refund, but still, this is something that the merchant starts with and initiates, and it's with an agreement. Okay? Zuz is part of the refund flow, okay? Because the merchant will ask to give back the money, and that is done through Zuz. On the other hand, chargebacks are most of the times much after the transaction already happened and approved. And usually the case is, as I mentioned before, where the customer basically denies the transaction was ever done. Sometimes it's from fraud reasons, sometimes they're actually saying the truth. Okay? But Zuz is not part of this flow because this flow is happening.
The ability to transfer that.
It's happening from here all the way to the processors and back to the payment networks. It doesn't even go back, it doesn't even go back to Zuz because the merchant needs to deal with the processor and told them, listen, one of the customer had a chargeback. Then the processor deals directly with the issuer to decide on the commissions and trying to investigate. But still, this is a long process. Then there is no actual transaction that can be done from Zuz to the merchants about it. Okay? It's an offline asynchronous flow. Basically.
But Zuz keeps all kind of history of payments, and they're not aware of rejects or.
This is partial true. Sometimes, and you're also going to notice in the portal, we have a chargeback status. Sometimes we are aware of the chargebacks that have been done because we get the information from the processors.
Okay.
And we can actually present that, like 1 minute you see a payment in status of approved, and the other one you're going to see it as chargeback. And it's a problem to show that to the merchants because now the processors are supporting this option to actually letting us know that the payment was.
And you also want to maybe get rid of tokens that were involved.
No, not necessarily.
No?
Why not? Yeah, it's always good to keep information. Okay? So, as I mentioned before, alternative payments is basically everything that is not a credit card. most cases it's going to be something like a wallet, okay? But it could be even a chargeable prepaid card of some sort or a specific store or anything like that. Yeah, I'm going to let you read the small details later on. I would want you to read the key terms afterwards. Questions?
It's about the e-wallets.
Yes.
Considering it's going to be the next best thing, like the hottest thing,
Yeah.
is Zuz need to do any adaptations for the e-wallets or any improvements or any, stuff
Yeah.
like that, or are we ready at this moment?
This is a
At
good
this
question. Zuz is currently integrated with about, I would say, 35 credit card processors and about 10 alternative payments. A few of the ones that I mentioned and the most popular ones are Mercado Pago, PayPal obviously, Alipay, which is the biggest in the Asia market, and we're already connected to. We try to simplify it even though each wallet sometimes behave differently. We try to simplify the use for the merchants of these wallets by setting kind of the same flow, which is equal to all kind of
simplifies the adaptation.
wallets. Yeah. We are also trying to work with trends. So Amazon Payments or Google Pay is something that is part of the roadmap. Apple Pay was already integrated into our solution. So we're trying to support it. We do understand that this is the current trend and we're trying to support it. Yeah. We are making the preparations. Okay, so I want to do a short flow. I think we're not going to need an hour and a half. We're going to do it in an hour. Unless there's discussion and you want to ask questions. But just to summarize it, I want to do a flow of where is the money. Okay? So it starts when the merchant wants to submit a $100 transaction. Okay? So when we get the payment on our website, the merchant is trying to process a $100 transaction. Okay? We send it to their acquirer bank, which is also known as the processor. It started with $100, right? Afterwards, remember the hierarchy, we have the issuer, the merchant, the cardholder, the merchant,
The
issuer,
processor.
the acquirer, and the payment brands, payment networks that connect all of them. By the way, I didn't say it, but the payment brands are supposed to be a non-profit organization, but it's owned by basically all the banks in the world together. Okay? So, just for general knowledge. Anyway, so the merchant is trying to process a $100 payment, send it to the acquirer bank, then it goes up to the payment brand, to Visa in this case. Visa knows, according to the card number, who issued it. So they're going to the bank or to the financial institution that issued that credit card, right? Issuing bank gets the request, and he bills their cardholder with $100 or taking it out of their credit frame or whatever. Okay? So far, so good. Looks distant. Nobody took any cut yet. Right. So now that the request went through and we know who is the merchant and we know who are the entities involved and who issued the credit card and who is the cardholder, the cardholder basically, he doesn't really approve because it's automatically approved, but he approves for this bill to be happening. That goes to the issuing bank. Then, when the request is sent back from the issuing bank to the payment network, they take their first cut, which is usually, these are average numbers. It changes sometimes, and they update the terms. But usually they take on this place from the issuing bank to the payment brand, $1.65. After that, when Visa want to move on and give that information to the acquire bank, yeah, they let him know. And the second one to take the cut is the actual acquire bank, which takes $3.50 sometimes. It's about 3% commission. So eventually, the merchant thought he's going to be getting $100 from the cardholder who bought, but the middleman took about $3.50. One took $165, I think, and $185. Yeah. That's on average. So they are left with $96.50. Okay? That's the case.
I have a question, Shachar. Is using e-wallets leaving the merchant with more money in his pocket?
Not necessarily. It depends on the wallet. Some take more. If you'll try to go with PayPal, that's a high commissions. It could be around this, it could be even 4%. It depends on the conversion rate, because sometimes you're converting one currency to another. It depends on the risk sometimes. Yeah. Okay? Yeah, I think really secure is too much, so we'll respond to
So
another
you have the same diagram with Zeus in the middle? I mean, where does Zeus save the money?
That's a good question. Where do you think Zeus is in this
Between
diagram?
the merchant and the acquiring bank.
Right. So we're basically there, right? The idea is, one of the biggest values that Zeus provides is knowing to which acquirer sending it on the first place, so not only it's going to be accepted, but the fees will be as low as possible. Because the merchant knows which agreement they have with each acquirer that they have. Usually they have acquired for each region or for each business vertical. Okay? So they would know where they get the best commissions, or if they have a specific currency, they would know where it's going to be accepted best. So part of the idea of the smart routing that we offer is understanding and knowing automatically in real time where to send, which acquirer to send this transaction to begin with, so it will take the less fees as possible. So yeah, that's a good question. Okay. And being able to integrate with 40 plus and going acquires is what allows you to optimize your payment solution. That's what they mean by that. Tell you, that's one of the things. Okay? Questions? Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.